Over 40 with little retirement savings, here's what matters now. Are you in your 40s and starting to wonder whether you're actually prepared for retirement? Maybe you're 42, 45, or even 49 years old. You've worked for years. You've paid bills, raised a family, dealt with mortgages, car payments, credit cards, and unexpected expenses. But then one day, you look at your retirement account and ask yourself a difficult question. Is this really enough? Maybe you've heard that by age 40, you should have several times your annual salary saved for retirement. But what if you don't? What if you're 45 years old and have only $30,000 or $40,000 saved? Does that mean retirement is already out of reach? Absolutely not. But it may mean that the decisions you make during your 40s could have a major impact on what retirement looks like in your 60s and 70s. Today, we're going to talk about what really matters if you're over 40 and feel behind on retirement. And here's something important. Retirement isn't only about how much money you save. It's also about how much income you'll have, how much you'll spend, how much debt you'll carry, and how well you've protected yourself against the unexpected. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I want you to look at retirement planning a little differently. Welcome back to Money Smart Basics. My name is Alphonso Brooks-Bey. On this channel, we talk about retirement planning, Social Security, Medicare, budgeting, saving, investing, and the financial decisions that can help you prepare for retirement and beyond. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been watching Money Smart Basics for a while, thank you for continuing to support the channel. Now let me ask you a question. When you think about retirement, what worries you the most? Is it not having enough savings? Running out of money? Healthcare? Social Security? Debt? Or simply not knowing exactly what you're supposed to be doing? Keep your answer in mind because we're going to come back to that. The retirement wake-up call in your 40s. There's something interesting that often happens when people reach their 40s. Retirement starts becoming real. When you're 25, retirement can feel like something that's going to happen someday far in the future. At 35, you might know you should be saving, but there's usually something else demanding your money. Then you reach 40. Suddenly, 60 doesn't seem that far away. And that's when many people begin asking, have I saved enough? How many more years do I really want to work? What happens if Social Security isn't enough? Can I still catch up? Those are important questions. New York Life points out that many people in their 40s haven't accumulated the retirement savings suggested by common benchmarks. But here's what I want you to remember. A benchmark tells you where someone thinks you should be. It doesn't tell you where you can go from here. Meet David. Let me tell you a story. We'll call him David. David is 46 years old. He's married, has 2 children, owns a home, and earns a decent income. From the outside, David looks financially successful, but one evening, he opens his retirement account. He has about $42,000 saved. Then David starts searching online. He finds articles telling him how much money he should have accumulated by his age. Suddenly, that $42,000 doesn't look very impressive. David starts thinking, I'm almost 50, maybe it's too late. But that's where David makes an important discovery. His problem isn't simply that he doesn't have enough money today. His bigger problem is that he's never created a clear picture of what retirement will actually require. How much will his house cost him in retirement? Will he still have a mortgage? How much consumer debt will he carry? What might Social Security provide? Will his wife have retirement income? How much will healthcare cost? And most importantly, how much monthly income will they actually need? David had spent years asking, how much do I have saved? But he'd never asked, what will my retirement actually cost? Those are 2 very different questions. Retirement is more than a number. You've probably heard numbers like $500,000, $750,000, $1 million, maybe even $2 million. But here's my question. What does that number actually mean for your life? Imagine 2 people retiring with the exact same amount of money. One enters retirement with a large mortgage, 2 car payments, credit card balances, and expensive monthly obligations. The other has a modest home, little consumer debt, and relatively low monthly expenses. They may have identical retirement accounts, but financially, they're not in identical situations. That's why retirement planning can't simply be about accumulating the biggest number possible. You have to think about the relationship between assets, income, expenses, protection. Those four areas can tell you much more about retirement readiness than a single account balance. Your assets. First, let's talk about assets. What do you actually own that could support you later? Maybe you have a 401k, an IRA, savings, investments, home equity. Maybe you have a pension benefit coming. Your 40s are an important time to start looking at the entire financial picture. And here's a question worth asking. Do I know what I actually own? Not what you earn, not what your house is worth before subtracting the mortgage, not your credit limit, your actual assets. Because sometimes people make good money for 20 years and suddenly realize they haven't converted enough of that income into things that can support them later. Retirement income. Now, we get to an area that I believe deserves much more attention. Income. Retirement isn't just about having money. It's about converting resources into income that can support your lifestyle. Where will your retirement paycheck come from? Social Security? A pension? Your 401k? An IRA? Investment income? Rental income? Part-time work? Business income? Or some combination of several sources? Here's an interesting question. Would you rather retire with $1 million and very high monthly expenses, or less money but several dependable sources of income and very low expenses? There's no universal answer, but the question demonstrates why account balance alone doesn't tell the entire story. At 40, you're still accumulating, but you're also getting close enough to retirement that you can start thinking about how those assets might eventually produce income. The expense side of retirement. Let's return to David. David thought his biggest problem was his $42,000 retirement account. Then he looked at his monthly expenses: mortgage, 2 vehicles, credit cards, insurance, utilities, subscriptions, family expenses, and suddenly he realized something. If all those expenses followed him into retirement, he would need significantly more retirement income. That raised another question. What if I enter retirement with fewer monthly obligations? That changed how David looked at the next 15 to 20 years. Retirement planning wasn't simply about building the investment account. It was also about deciding what kind of financial life he wanted when the paycheck eventually stopped. Think about your own situation. What monthly expenses do you have today that you don't want following you into retirement? That question could be just as important as asking how much you're saving. Debt can change the retirement equation. Debt deserves special attention. Not every debt is identical. A manageable mortgage at a reasonable interest rate is very different from thousands of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. But every monthly payment requires income, and retirement income has to come from somewhere. Suppose you need $5,000 every month to maintain your lifestyle. Now imagine eliminating enough obligations that you only need $3,500. That's a completely different retirement problem. So when you're in your 40s, don't just ask, how much can I accumulate? Also ask, what obligations am I carrying toward retirement? Because reducing the amount your lifestyle requires can sometimes be just as powerful as increasing the amount you've accumulated. Healthcare is the wild card. Here's another question. When you picture retirement, do you include healthcare expenses? A lot of people don't. They assume Medicare will eventually take care of everything. But Medicare doesn't eliminate every healthcare expense. There can still be premiums, deductibles, co-payments, prescriptions, and services that aren't fully covered. And then there's another major issue: long-term care. None of us knows exactly what our health will look like at 70, 80, or 90. That's what makes healthcare such an important part of retirement planning. If you're in your 40s, retirement healthcare might seem far away. But eventually, healthcare could become one of the largest expenses in your retirement budget. The mistake of waiting for the perfect time. One of the most dangerous thoughts David had was, I'll start getting serious when I make more money. Maybe you've said something similar. After the kids finish school, after the car is paid off, after the next raise, after the holidays, after the house needs fewer repairs. There's always another expense. There's rarely a perfect financial moment when everything disappears and you suddenly have extra money. And that brings us back to the person who's 45 and feels behind. You may not be where some retirement chart says you should be, but here's the more important question. Where could you be at 50, then 55, then 60, then 65? 20 years can still be a meaningful amount of time. Don't try to retire with your 40-year-old lifestyle. Here's something that doesn't get discussed enough. Your financial priorities should change as you age. What made sense at 25 may not make sense at 45, and what makes sense at 45 may not make sense at 65. In your 20s and 30s, you may be building, buying a home, starting a family, growing a career. In your 40s and 50s, the focus may begin shifting. You're still building, but now retirement is becoming part of the picture. And eventually the question changes from, how much can I accumulate, to, how can what I've accumulated support me? That's an important shift, because retirement isn't simply the end of working. It's the beginning of a completely different financial phase of life. What if you're already 50? Maybe you're watching this and thinking, Alphonso, this sounds great, but I'm already 52, or 55, or maybe even 60. The same principle applies. The calendar can't be changed, but your financial decisions going forward can. The question isn't, what should I have done 20 years ago? The useful question is, what does my situation look like today? What assets do I have? What income could I potentially receive? What will my expenses look like? What risks could disrupt the plan? Those are questions you can ask at 40, 50, 60, and even after retirement. David's retirement picture changes. Let's finish David's story. David didn't suddenly become a millionaire. His retirement account didn't magically jump from $42,000 to $500,000. What changed first was his understanding. Instead of focusing exclusively on a savings target, David and his wife began looking at their entire retirement picture, their assets, their future income, their expenses, their debt, their healthcare concerns, and the lifestyle they actually wanted. For the first time, retirement wasn't just a giant number on a website. It became a picture of their future life. And that made retirement feel less like an impossible goal and more like something they could understand. Conclusion. So if you're over 40 and feel behind on retirement, remember this. Your retirement account balance is important, but it isn't your entire retirement plan. Ask yourself, what assets have I accumulated? Where will my retirement income come from? How much will my lifestyle actually cost? How much debt could follow me into retirement? What role will Social Security play? What about healthcare? What happens if I live longer than expected? And what kind of life am I actually trying to create? Those questions can tell you much more than simply comparing yourself with somebody else's retirement benchmark. Maybe you're 45 with $40,000 saved. Maybe you're 50 with $100,000. Maybe you're 60 and suddenly realizing retirement is much closer than you expected. Wherever you are, your situation is your starting point. The goal isn't to spend the next 20 years regretting what you didn't do during the previous 20. The question is, what could your financial life look like from this point forward? Because retirement planning isn't about creating a perfect past. It's about preparing for the future you're actually going to live. Call to action. Now I want to hear from you. What decade are you currently in? Your 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s? And what is your biggest retirement concern right now? Is it savings, Social Security, healthcare, debt, housing, or creating enough monthly income? Leave your answer in the comments because your question could become the topic of an upcoming Money Smart Basics video. And if this video helped you look at retirement differently, please like the video and subscribe to Money Smart Basics. Here, we focus on making retirement and personal finance easier to understand so you can make smarter financial decisions for retirement and beyond. Thank you for watching. I'm Alphonso Brooks-Bey, and I'll see you in the next Money Smart Basics video. The information provided in this content is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial, legal, or tax advice. Always consult with a qualified financial advisor, tax professional, or legal counsel before making any financial decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided. Investments and financial decisions carry risk, and past performance does not guarantee future results.